Welcome back. In the last two lessons, we've been discussing transitions between ideas within an individual paragraph. But obviously, it's just as important to make logical connections between paragraphs throughout your essay. I've noticed that different English teachers have their own personal preferences. I've had some students come to me under the assumption that you always have to end every single body paragraph with a transition sentence that leads into the next body paragraph. And I've had others who have a habit of starting every single body paragraph with a simple transition like first of all, secondly, finally, and in conclusion. The truth is, you have a plethora of equally effective ways to do this. So let's go through your options. Let's go back to the health essay we've been working on. Here's the thesis statement again. While cancer can strike anyone, you can drastically reduce your risks by simply eating a healthy diet, being physically active, and avoiding tobacco products. Our first body paragraph starts like this. Healthy diets are not just for those trying to watch their figure. Making healthier food choices can also decrease your chance of getting cancer later in life. And the second body paragraph starts like this. A physically active lifestyle is an important element in cancer prevention. We have known for decades that regular exercise can reduce our risk of heart disease and other health risks. But recent research has shown that the benefits of exercise also include decreasing the likelihood of cancer. The most basic, simple way to transition from one paragraph to the next is to use a simple transition phrase at the beginning of the paragraph before the topic sentence. In addition, or also, or second, or furthermore, a physically active lifestyle is an important element in cancer prevention. This strategy works fine. It's definitely the most basic and obvious strategy, though. It's probably the strategy a lot of young students learn when they're first learning how to write essays, which means it's very common and also a little bit cliché. That doesn't make it bad. Even with my juniors and seniors, I would rather see a simple transition like this than nothing at all. But some of the other strategies might come across as a little more mature and complex. Another way to connect two paragraphs is with a full sentence transition at the end of the first paragraph. In the end, one of the biggest reasons that a healthy diet can prevent cancer is that most types of cancer appear to be linked to obesity. But eating right is only one part of maintaining a healthy weight. The other factor is physical activity. A physically active lifestyle is also an important element in cancer prevention. One reason this strategy is effective here is that in our original draft, this particular body paragraph didn't have any kind of concluding sentence. It just sort of ended. A transition sentence that summarizes the first main idea and then hints at the next main idea can be a great way to wrap up your paragraph. Another way we can do this is to start the second paragraph with a full sentence transition that either comes before the topic sentence or is actually part of the topic sentence. The American Cancer Society estimates that as many as 1/3 of all cancer deaths in the U.S. are related to diet and activity factors. Accordingly, along with a healthy diet, a physically active lifestyle is another important element in cancer prevention. This revision works great. We start the second paragraph with a transition sentence that shows the connection between the first and second main ideas, and that transition sentence flows right into the second body paragraph's topic sentence. Of course, the final option is to leave out a transition altogether. This can either be very effective or very ineffective. If the connection between two paragraphs is already crystal clear, there's no reason to break the flow with an obvious transitional phrase or full transition sentence. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But honestly, this seemingly easy, effortless connection between two paragraphs is not at all easy or effortless. So, unless you've looked carefully at the beginning of one paragraph and the ending of the previous paragraph and decided, with some very thoughtful deliberation, that a transition isn't necessary this time around, I would strongly suggest that your default should be to include a transition of some kind in most situations. One final note before we call it a day. Transitions cannot take the place of effective organization. All they can do is make that organization clear to the reader. Transitions between paragraphs should highlight a relationship that already exists, not try to create a relationship out of nothing. What that means is, unfortunately, transitions don't work as an easy fix for a poorly organized essay. Before you even think about transitions, before you even start writing a paragraph, you should spend some time deliberately planning out your ideas. Figure out what the connections are so that you understand them for yourself, and then think about how you can use transitions to make the connections clear to your reader. And that's all, folks. It's your turn. Let's go to work.